present here. I'm Siddharth along with my friends Sia, Himesh and Myra are your hosts for today's Investiture Ceremony.
We take this opportunity to extend a hearty welcome to our guest of honor, Mr. Atem Ram Sundar Singh, Vice Principal Ms. Rekha Varghese, respected coordinators and teachers, members of the school event management, proud parents and fellow students to this wonderful event.
Today, we gather here to witness the investiture ceremony of our newly elected student council members who will shoulder the responsibility of leading our school with integrity and excellence.
The Student Council is a platform to showcase the leadership skills and abilities of the students and is the most prestigious ceremony in the schedule of school events.
It is all the more special at GIIS as we give such leadership opportunities at the primary level itself. With its unique approach to education based on the 9 GEMS model of holistic development, believes in nurturing confident global citizens of tomorrow.
At GIIS, it is believed that it's not just essential to gain knowledge, to excel academically, but to shape students as individuals who, as leaders of tomorrow, would be able to face challenges and rise above them.
It is a time-honored tradition as the students take up their roles with authority and responsibility to guide their peers. It is a symbol of trust, leadership, and commitment.
Dear audience, you may eventually discover the beauty of this beautiful day as the event gradually starts to blossom. As this day marks down as the Investiture Ceremony of GIIS Primary Smart Campus 2023-24.
Without further ado, let us begin this momentous occasion. I now invite Ms. Manju, Senior Coordinator PYP, to deliver the welcome address.
Good morning to all the esteemed people present here. When I say esteemed, it's not just the people in this room. You may think that it's a little slim from the audience that is here, but there are actually about 40 classrooms where this event is being streamed into. So that's how we ensure that this reaches out to a lot of people who cannot be here among the audience. So each and every one of you is esteemed. But my job is to really welcome everyone, and I will start with Mr. Atem Ram Sundar Singh, our chief guest, our guest of honor, as we call it here. Mr. Ram Sundar Singh is going to be introduced formally by the students because we have more capable people who will do this, the students. But I just wanted to talk about something personal because I know him personally, and I know that you don't know I'm going to talk about this, Atem, but I must have met him about 15 years ago. I'm not exactly sure. But more than all of his accomplishments, and his accomplishments are many, as you will hear in a bit, right? More than all of his accomplishments, that story that I remember, the anecdote that I remember, is the very first time I met him and his family. You had just arrived, I think, after your assignment in the World Bank, and you had come into Singapore. And he was waiting in this driveway, very happy and very excited and very proud. And he started to regale us with this story as soon as we arrived. And that was about his son. And his son must have been back then the age of our primary children here, quite small. This young boy had spent 2 days, the entire weekend, you remember this, Atem, washing cars to raise money for charity. I don't remember what the cause was because there are so many disasters that happen every year. I don't remember how many cars exactly he washed, but it was phenomenal. And what I saw was this was a family that valued serving the community, serving humanity, serving the planet as the core of their existence. And that is behind their leadership, behind everything that they do. And if you start talking about Atam's life story, we got to hear some this morning also. You can go on and on and on. But that, to me, was a very, very powerful moment. So I just want to start with that. Welcome, Atam. We can't wait to hear what you have to say later. And then I want to welcome you, proud parents. You have encouraged your children to take on these positions of leadership, right? To take this risk and take on responsibilities. This is very, very needed. And so well done. Thank you for this. And congratulations to you for what your children are about to be invested with. So I'll talk about that. I'll talk about the Investiture Ceremony. So investiture means it's the act, right? It's the act of being invested with or given a role to take on. It's also the ceremony. So there are two things, the act and the ceremony. That is what you're going to watch today. Your children are going to be invested with a responsibility. They are going to be given a title. And very recently, we saw a very well-publicized investiture ceremony. You know what I'm talking about, of King Charles. So whatever be, whether it be the king or the student council, the minute you are invested with a responsibility, start your responsibilities. You're serving, right? So that refrain, that theme of serving is going to keep coming back again and again during the course of this morning. Next, I want to move on to welcoming Ms. Rekha, Ms. Ambika, coordinators, Ms. Deepshika, Ms. Deepika, Ms. Radha, all of the teachers, all of the staff, the members of the GIIS community, welcome. Continue to cheer the student council and support them, please, right through the year, right? And also welcome to the students sitting here, also in the classes. Did I say all of the teachers? Yes, I did, all of the teachers. And last but not least, the people who are waiting so eagerly behind here, the student council members, right? Today is their day, so let's really celebrate with them so that they will remember this, and they will be so energized that their activities for the rest of the year will be charged with the energy of today. Thank you. Welcome.
Now, let's witness the magic that unfolds as we present to you this extraordinary composition. This song embodies the spirit of our school, the unity and the boundless potential that each and every one of us carries. Get ready to be captivated, inspired, and moved by the musical talents of PYP students. Please join me in giving a thunderous round of applause to our students as they take the stage.
There comes a time when you start cold, when we must come together as one, when the guide is needed, and it's time to lend a hand to guide the greatest gift of leader?
Oh yes, to lead by example, listen to the needs of their peers and be open to new ideas and perspectives.
That's a great perspective. Also, it is important to be humble, empathetic, and inclusive in their leadership style. Most importantly, they should never stop learning and growing as leaders.
Rightly said, Sia. Moving on, our students had a wholesome experience of the democratic election process for the people, by the people, and of the people. We did have a lot of learning in this journey, which we will carry along with us. Let's watch the glimpses of the rigorous selection process, campaigning, and the election day that happened behind the scenes.
Absolutely. Now, let's dim the lights and direct our attention to the screen as we watch the behind the scenes of the whole process of CBSE. This showcases how every worthy candidate finds his or her place in the prestigious school council. Enjoy the show.
Veux-tu danser avec moi?
You can see, it is a rigorous process. Our gratitude to the teachers and staff members who have guided and supported the students throughout this process.
Now, we call upon the student council members of CBSE on stage. Let's give them a warm round of applause as they make their way. Of student council members of CBSE. Now, they will march out of the stage. aligning with the PYP philosophy of keeping student agency at the core of student council elections. The process of forming a student council started with the students themselves coming up with the positions they would like to have in the PYP. These students have been chosen through a democratic process.
To highlight the process, let us take a look at the behind-the-scenes video.
As you've seen in the video, that was indeed a meticulous process. Now, it's my honor to call upon the student council members of PYP to join us on the stage. Let's give them a warm welcome as they make their way here. We have to leave. Look at the amazing squad of student council members of PYP. Now they will march out of the stage. Now, come the special moment we've all been waiting for. It's time to recognize and honor our house captains. Our house captains will demonstrate strong leadership skills and serve as role models for the fellow students. It's now a privilege to pin the badges on the uniform.
I now invite Vice Principal Ms. Rekha Varghese and Senior Coordinator for CBSE Ms. Ambika on stage for pinning the badge for our exemplary captains of CBSE as a symbol of their leadership and commitment to our school.
Deputy House Captain Chrysanthemum, Rehan Arora. Deputy House Captain Hibiscus, Maglini Prabhavati Muttamil Selvan. House Captain Hibiscus, Neve Shah. Deputy House Captain Orchid, Akshat Modani. House Captain Orchid, Jaslyn Grace George. Deputy House Captain Sunflower, Radha Suresh Rand Beniwal. House Captain Sunflower, Mishika Tiwari. Thank you, Miss Rekha Varghese and Miss Ambika, and congratulations to all the house captains. We will now honor our first category of student council members from PYP. The honor of pinning the badges for our deserving house captains is all yours, Miss Manju Nair and Miss Rekha Varghese.
First, we have on stage Vice House Captain Chrysanthemum Vivan Malkoti. House Captain Chrysanthemum Shreya Chandran. Vice House Captain Hibiscus Sohana Mehta.
House Captain Hibiscus, Vihan More. Vice House Captain Orchid, Nitika Sharma. House Captain Orchid, Alaukik Kopade. Vice House Captain. Vice House Captain Sunflower, Athreya Dwivedi. House Captain Sunflower, Johan Samuel.
Thank you, Miss Rekha and Miss Manju, and congratulations to all the house captains.
Moving on to the next category, we have our sports captains who would act as a representative of the sports team. To do the honors, I request Ms. Rekha Varghese and Ms. Ambika to pin the badges to our captains. Now, I call upon Deputy Sports Captain Sai Ameya Desai. Sports Captain Ishanvi Vijay. Deputy Sports Captain Ekansh Mahesh. Sports Captain Saket Reddy Bhavi.
It is now time for a highly significant moment in our Investiture Ceremony. We have reached the point where we'll be pinning the badges of honor onto our esteemed head boys and head girls as they take on this crucial role and lead our school with integrity, determination, and enthusiasm.
To do the honors for CBSE, we would like to invite Ms. Rekha Varghese and Mr. Atim Ramsundar Singh on the stage. Deputy Head Girl Anvita Iyer. Head Girl Arna Rajpal. Deputy Head Boy Maitreya Goel. And at last, Head Boy Ram Toshniwal.
Thank you, sir and ma'am, and congratulations on your winning and best wishes as you take this on. The elected head boy and head girl for PYP will be honored by Ms. Rekha and Mr. Atim Ramsundar Singh. PYP head girl Eka Shukla. And head boy Ian Krish Fernandez.
Congratulations and best wishes, friends.
Please. Thank you, sir. Thank you, ma'am. Please join me in welcoming our guest of honor, Mr. Atim Ramsundar Singh, who is himself a highly accomplished leader. He is currently the founder, Chief Executive Officer, and Board Director of We Energy Private Limited, Singapore. He has extensive international experience and knowledge about several industries. And notably, he has worked in senior positions with the World Bank and UNESCO.
Being a school that keeps a close eye on the SDGs, we are so happy to note his work with the Global Water Partnership, the Global Water Security, and of course, Clean Energy Technologies. Among other awards and recognitions, Mr. Atim Ramsundar Singh's company, We Energy Global, was awarded the Singapore Apex Sustainability Award in 2016 by the Singapore Business Federation.
Mr. Ramsundar Singh, we know you have been shaped by your education at the Delft University Technology Netherlands, Harvard Business School, and Cambridge University. These are some of the universities students in our school aspire to. You definitely motivate us today.
May I request our guest of honor, Mr. Atim Ramsundar Singh, to please come on the stage to speak to us as we eagerly anticipate the valuable lessons and guidance you will impart.
Good morning, everybody. You know, when you come to this school, I was born in South America. My Chinese brother in Taiwan introduces me to the Chinese friends and business people as a guy who was dropped by accident in an Indian family far away in South America. But he is Asian. The journey of my grandparents from India to South America, brought by the Dutch, and then back to the Netherlands, grow up in Amsterdam, good for naughty boys, city to grow up. You know, it's quite a journey, and I would say being here reminds me to the journey you as parents and children are making, and keep that journey flowing. Don't stand still. Buy a house, but don't stay too long. Move on. Because traveling and working in other environments is the best academic education you will ever get, including a journey through this school. What I've seen is, also this morning, a very good sign of leadership. Majority, I've been counting all the videos that I've been seeing, the numbers of people here standing in the council, head boy, head girls. The majority are girls. Boys, watch out. You will meet these leaders not only in your relationship. They won't choose you because you bring money. They will choose you because you have a quality they don't have. So choices won't be made. And I can see that in my daughter, who also went through an international school in Singapore, right? Just a week ago, she was elected as a student council member of the Delft University of Technology. And oh my, you have the worst enemy in front of you when you have tough ladies out there. So I hope to the girls, you know, boardrooms, international organizations, private organizations, they need more female leadership. And I'm not saying this to be popular. In our company, we have 40% female engineers, business development people, and that is something we make that choice consciously, not just balancing numbers. Women do have a talent that we men don't have. They have a far more developed, sometimes suppressed, but once unleashed, they have a rich intuition, intuitive knowledge. I'll come to that later. That is what we don't have. Now, you still think I'm making a joke, but it is not. I'm very serious on that. The intuitive knowledge is the foundation, should be the foundation of education. Becomes the only thing you carry when you are a leader and you are alone, sometimes lonely, to take tough decisions. Moving into that intuitive space is a skill that women have naturally. We need that more. We don't need more male, masculine leadership causing lots of conflicts. I'm not saying men cause conflicts and women are nice. Whoa, get married, you'll find out. But masculinity as a general principle, women also have masculine energy. Boys also have feminine energy. It's about getting those two energies together and create a space where peace can flow and love can flow and everything else, creativity can flourish out there. So it brings me to my own journey, where at the age of 8, I knew I wanted to be an engineer. At the age of 11, my father forced me, we were still in Suriname, South America, forced me to read Mahatma Gandhi's book. Why would you want me to read a book about Mahatma Gandhi? But it was, well, forced learning. He was educating us, and I read it, and I will never forget it, because that was also the age where I was doing a lot of martial arts, and I couldn't unify violent life, non-violent life with learning martial arts. It became a journey to unify those two forces, because you grow up in a world where you think the strongest way, the masculine way, the fighting way is the way to solve problems. What I discovered later is that martial arts teaches you to become more feminine, to become more intuitive, to go with the flow, to understand how body, mind, soul respond. And that is thanks to those books that you read when your parents ask you to read. And not just only to read, but also to have that conversation. I was also elected at the age of 14, not with such a beautiful ceremony, as a student leader in Suriname. The school was called Sri Vishnu School, far away from India. I was 14, and then they were 18 years old as well. They were not elected. Why was I elected? I was elected because I dared to stand up. I had no fear. So to you, don't let fear be your guide. When you see fear, as Rabindranath Tagore once said, or actually Valmiki said, recognize the fear, look at it, bow for it, and then hug it, and then beat it, right? So don't let fear be your guide. To the adults, the same message. Fear is the biggest enemy we have. Not your neighbor, not your husband, not your wife. not your kids. Fear. Fear to fail. Fear to speak. Fear to be fired. Fear to lose your job. If you say that, no, say it. Say it nicely and gently, but say it. So fear is the biggest thing that you need to remove. And I didn't have that, and that's why I got elected. And that stayed with me the rest of my life. Speak out, say it. Now, those who follow me on LinkedIn and on Facebook know that I don't try to be too diplomatic. I'm not afraid of any governments, whether it's Chinese or whatever out there. I'm not. I say what I think. I do what I say. Right? Let's go a little bit more to the abstract on leadership and setting some stage. What I have in common with this school, I didn't know, is Dr. Karan Singh, one of your patrons. I don't know if you as parents, before you signed up for the school, whether you saw the website and you went to that page where the patrons are. That's a very important man whose philosophy and thought was articulated through the UNESCO Jacques Delors Committee for UNESCO for Education for the 21st Century. He was one of the wise people in that committee with African people, Chinese, name it, Europeans. This committee with Dr. Karan Singh redefined education for the 21st century. More than 20 years ago, they saw that the world was still in turmoil. We still use guns to shoot each other. We don't use words to meet each other in that space of compromise. We don't. Dr. Karan Singh's influence in that committee was very important. Was UNESCO learning objective for education defined after the World War, the Second World War in Europe, and around the world, I would say, but mainly Europe was hurt. The learning objectives of UNESCO were learning to do and learning to know, which is get the science and apply it. Yes, we needed that because we had a lot of damages out there, war damages. We had to fix things, roads, bridges, homes for people, water sanitation, power. We had to fix it. So learning to know science and learning to do. Unfortunately, those two are still guiding many schools around the world. The two new objectives this committee with Dr. Karan Singh added were learning to be, and the fourth pillar was learning to live together. These are two important new additions. Now, we know that the committee has written this, but the translation into many, many, many schools around the world isn't moving that fast. What I see here in you is the learning to live together objective. Forget your religion. Forget your skin color. I'm not an Indian. I'm not a Dutch. I feel proud to be Asian. But when I go to Africa, my business partners don't let me stay in a hotel. They ask me to come and stay at their humble house, and I do accept that. When I work with Palestinian Muslims in the Gaza and in the West Bank, they offered me their home to stay while the Israelis were parading in the roads and oppressing the Palestinians. When you dialogue with people, you will learn that you are one. You're one. You're not Indian, you're not Hindu, you're not Muslim, you're not a Christian. I lived like that, and we raised our children like that. I don't care who they marry, as long as they are marrying a human being. And define that. In my family, Saturday breakfast time is a sacred time. From day one. The conversations at that table are unforgettable. As the kids grow, we had those conversations about what is a good human being. Let's find 5 or 6 criteria that defines them. The girls in my family call me uncle. How do I know this boyfriend really loves me? Have that conversation. Don't look at the gifts and the smile. Have that in-depth conversation. What has this to do with leadership? Everything. Everything. And one little thing I want to say, leadership, boys and girls, starts at home. I'm sure some of you still have your helper in-house. Don't ask your helper to bring a glass of water for you. Go and get it yourself. In my house, that was the rule. And oh, by the way, ask the helper how you can serve the helper. I cooked for my helper to eat my food. And she was the only one who liked my food, by the way. But, so it takes me to the learning to be, learning to live together. I want to center a little bit around learning to be. I'm not going to tell you about leadership characteristics here, because you students know damn well how to define it, and the example that I see, fighting in an election. But what I want to add there is the element of servant leadership. I was pleased to be close and near people like Nelson Mandela when South Africa was changing from apartheid to so-called democracy under his leadership. I worked and I saw him from nearby. I was a water expert, and my task was to transform the white-dominated water management culture in South Africa into a colored system. Mandela was the one who asked the Dutch minister to help, and I was the guy to put in a plane and send out there and find out the strategy. Yasser Arafat, his ministers called me and asked to do the same after they saw what I did in South Africa. So I went to the Middle East, I went to Palestine, did the same. Servant leadership is when you realize that you are not standing here because of me, myself. I did it. Me, I'm the important fellow. I'm the one who is now the captain, house captain, or this, what is called the head boy, head girl. No, people voted for you. People trusted you. People have signed their consent that you be their representative. So you got to bow for that vote. Later in your life, when you become a CEO of a company, don't forget your customers, don't forget your staff, and then comes the shareholders, and then come you, not your salary first, right? If you, I'm not saying these things from a book. I really speak from my heart, because that's what I am today, right? If you Google my name, you will not find any nasty, dirty stuff out there. I try to protect myself against corruption. It's tempting when you are in business to bribe somebody, to shortcut. Be honest in your journey. Don't follow the money. The money will follow you when you have the right qualities. Remember that. Don't follow the money. Be creative. Be good in what you do. Be dedicated. Be focused. Take people along you. Don't be afraid for competition. If somebody's better than you, say it. Recognize it. That's what a servant leader does. And that's what moms do too, by the way. They can be sick and still take care of you and worried about you. Dads, be a little bit more in the house. Education of children, as we learned from Manu Smriti, the parents are the first gurus on earth. The mom is the first, the dad is the second, and then comes the other teachers and educators. It is part of our culture. It's written, it's there. It's being exercised every day, right? Men are drama queens, kings. When I'm ill, my whole world is ending. My wife is ill, she takes care of everything. And I learned from that, and our kids learn from that, right? So coming to the, the essence of the story here is, one thing I wanted to say as well, and that is the size of your body. The size of your body is not a measure of your soul. The size of your body is not a measure for your soul. Now imagine if you would design the way you raise your kids from that belief, right? Or your educational system from that belief, or your business from that belief, how would it look like? We tend to say to children, you're small because we judge your body. No, we as adults have been programmed and don't know how to see a small body and forget that, and think that a small body has a small soul. Soul doesn't have a size, if you believe in the concept of a soul. Soul is there, is energy, is there. Yeah, it comes through a small body, but it's there. When my daughter was born, we started with that concept, and we start experimenting. When people say, so what's going to be the color of the bedroom? We say, we don't have a color. We wait until the kid arrives, and she will decide. What? But you're the parent? No. The kid has to decide. We brought her for shopping, whatever, 4 weeks old. And we would look at the eye because we don't know how to communicate. We use words to communicate. But if you use the eyes and the senses, you will see that the attention goes to this color or that color, and somehow you believe that's probably her choice. So you respect that. When a kid doesn't want to be fed, don't force them. When the kids say, Mom, I don't like meat, don't force them. It's a choice. You got to respect that. And from that principle, that the child know what they want. Look at these people here. Look at them. Look at you. Amazing, huge souls out there. Tell your parents that this gentleman told you that you have a big soul, that you have the capability to make your own choices. And age has no role to play. Age has no role to play. Manifest your soul. Manifest your creativity. I used to engage our children in business decisions. They play like 7, 8 years old. I would say, kids, come here. Here is my problem in the company. Or here is, I have a problem with this minister in this and this country. What do you guys tell me to do? And I just play around in the house and give you 5 advices for free. You don't need McKinsey. You don't need Accenture. Try it at home. If you are a CEO or CFO or whatever, high-level manager in this community, try it at home to engage your children. My children were involved in counseling people in my family who were about to divorce. They have an opinion. They see, they feel, but you're not engaging them. So leadership starts in a culture of recognizing that there is a big soul in everybody. Our job as parents, as people who walk ahead of them in the physical form, engage them. In another life, your kids may have been your superiors. If you believe in that concept, whether you are a Muslim or a Hindu or a Christian, we all feel that something of the past is bringing us together. Family is, as I learned in Rishikesh, a family, the first child is not the work of 2 parents. The first child is the play of 3 souls. The father, the mother, and the first soul entering your family. The second child is the work of 4 souls. So that arrogance that we parents sometimes have, or teachers, or bosses in companies, is wrong. The world is a family, right? We are the world. In your culture, in India, in the Rigved, Vasudeva Kutumbakam. Go and find out what that means, right? That is what you need to practice. And with that, you will be a successful person in life. You will have a successful relationship in life. You will have kids going down there and changing the planet, changing the world. I am proud today, and I close down with what I've seen here, a promise of the future. My future is in your hands. Your future is in their hands. I am proud to see that the leadership this school is creating is a global leadership with a strong Asian flavor, and it's the century of Asia. It's a century of Asia, not of Europe, not of United States, not of Latin America. It's the future. Asia is the future of the world. And you have to play that role and navigate us to a better future. Water security, energy security, food security, digital security, right? And peace. That's what is the essence of things. So ladies, girls, boys, when I say girls, I've tried to figure out how could I avoid using the word girls and boys, because it's somehow age-related and it makes you feel small and makes me feel big. Forgive me for that. That was not the intention. Discover your own big soul inside you, right? Not walk along the sides of body. I saw very little bodies here. But the fact that you managed to get elected means you have a big soul. Don't forget that. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir, for your impactful message and being an inspiration to us all. Your words have power to shape our perspectives and kindle our aspirations.
Once again, we request Miss Rekha to please come on to stage to felicitate our guest of honor.
Just 1 second. You know, do you know why I got this scarf, this shawl? I was at the Mahakumbh Mela in 2001 or so. And I saw this happening when the big swamis, including Dalai Lama, who was there, giving each other shawls. And I was like, why do you guys do that, right? And the reason was to give you the shawl is to protect your soul, not the body. Thank you.
Coming up next, we have our student leaders, ambassadors, and advocates of PYP, who will promote and raise awareness about the sustainable development goals among students and also emphasize on fostering creativity, cultural appreciation, and love for the arts among their peers. To do the honors, may I request Ms. Manju and our Deputy Coordinator, Ms. Deepika Mohanty, to please join us on the stage. First, we have the SDG Ambassador, Smaran Vikram Suri. SDG Advocate, Aryana Arath. Well-being Ambassador Anaya Singh. Well-being Advocate Anaya Chakraborty. Safety Ambassador Shravya Soman. Safety Advocate Michelle Jacob. Art and Culture Ambassador Adya Karanam. Art and Culture Advocate Driya Shetty. Technology Ambassador Sheetal Dora. Technology Advocate Adya Agarwal.
Congratulations, everyone! Moving on to the next category of Student Council members. It's now my privilege to invite the class representatives on the stage. These students have been elected by their peers to serve as their voice and represent their respective classes. I request Miss Manju and Miss Deepika to pin the badges on the students' uniforms. Class representative for PYP 1A, Asmi Dalvi. PYP2C, Akshay Dorrajka. PYP2D, Kanak Kopade. PYP3A, Fuko Watanabe. PYP3B, Amya Malhotra. PYP3C, Saisha Pandey. PYP4A, Niranjan Janakiraman. PYP4B, Umar Fahim. PYP4C, Advik Kuneru. PYP5A, Agastya Michineni. PYP5B, Arjav Jain. PYP5C, Shatan Shanurag Yoga Sarvanan. Congratulations, everyone!
Now, it's my immense pleasure to call on the stage our special ambassadors who will foster a culture of environmental consciousness, encourage empathy and values, digital well-being, innovation and excellence, sustainable practices, and inspire their peers to take necessary actions.
To do the honors, I request Ms. Ambika and Deputy Coordinator Ms. Deepshika Tripathi to please come on the stage and pin the badges for the special ambassadors.
Shaurya Gujarati, Discipline Ambassador. Gaurang Pruthi, Cyber Wellness Ambassador. Vihana Kishore, Sustainability Ambassador. Adrushya Sudarshan, Excellence Ambassador. Yukta Patel, Empathy and Kindness Ambassador. Shireen Gupta, Arts and Cultural Ambassador.
Thank you, Ms. Ambika and Ms. Deepshika, and congratulations to everyone. As we move, let's continue to honor our level heads who will display their leadership skills, dedication, and commitment as part of the Student Council this year. To do the honors, we request Deputy Coordinator of CBSE, Ms. Radhika Kaura, to please join Ms. Ambika on the stage. Starting with Adir Jain. Agastya Tyagi. Janvi Kurup. Adyasha Dash. Naina Lal. Thank you, Miss Ambika and Miss Radhika, and congratulations to everyone.
It's time to recognize and honor our prefects as they help enforce school rules and regulations and primarily serve as a link between the students and teachers. It's now a privilege to pin the badges on their uniforms. I once again invite Ms. Deepshika and Ms. Radhika to pin their badge as a symbol of their leadership and commitment to our school. Ishani Chatterjee. Misha Patel. Han. Rishika Banerjee. Kair Jagya. Ananya Priyadarshi. Sanvi Saxena. elocution.
Anya Garg. Aini Kulkarni. Mugda Akina Pragada. Rida Fatima Kartikeyan. Ria Anand Jugran. Samar A.R. Shaurya Pratap Singh. Shrihan Raul. Janvi Mahesh. Yavi Munga. Pratham Agarwal. Savir Kamath. Investiture Ceremony is a solemn occasion where the student council members take an oath, pledging their loyalty, integrity, and devotion towards the responsibilities entrusted to them. The student council body of the primary section at GIIS enjoys the unique opportunity of being involved in managing school activities and projects. They are the voice of the student community within the primary section.
Dear parents and students, you will now witness the oath-taking ceremony by the student council members who, by their oath of office, promise to carry out their duties with diligence and integrity in true faith to excel.
We would like to call upon Ms. Rekha to administer the oath of office to the student council members of PYP and CBSE.
I solemnly pledge to uphold the dignity of my alma mater, to fulfill my responsibilities to the best of my abilities, to be true to myself and to the cause of the school, to strive for the new pinnacle of excellence and perfection, to lead from the front and by example, to preserve the legacy of Global Indian International School SMART Campus, for its glory and honor. Order. So, dear students, today marks this very special occasion that we've gathered here for this investiture of the Student Council. And it was an honor and a privilege to witness all of you, our young leaders, take their first steps in the leadership position. And I stand with immense pride, knowing that you are remarkable individuals, and as our GOH mentioned, owners of a huge soul in little smaller bodies. And I'm sure that you are about to embark on this journey that will not only shape your own lives, but also have an impact on those lives of your friends as well. So to the head boys, the sports captains, the house captains, ambassadors, the advocates, prefects, and all the members of the Student Council, congratulations for your well-deserved appointments. You have shown great potential, and that is why your friends, your peers, have entrusted you with this responsibility of leading them. So this is not just a badge or a title, but it is a call to serve, to inspire, and make a positive impact on the people, on the students who are around you. Your leadership skills should extend beyond the community, beyond the confines of your respective roles. Learn to lead with integrity, with empathy and resilience. Look around you. Look at the friends that you are part of your student council, and in your classes, those students who have elected you. You will find a lot of potential, talents among yourselves. So embrace your roles and be open to new ideas, new perspectives. Support one another and make sure that you celebrate the achievements of one another. So remember that leadership is not just about being the best or being the most powerful. It is about inspiring others to be the best. And I'm sure you will do whatever it takes to create that positive ripple in the school community as well. So in conclusion, dear students, as we celebrate this investiture ceremony of our students today, congratulations once again to all these members of the Student Council. So may your leadership journey be filled with passion, with kindness, and determination to make that everlasting impact on this school. Thank you, and embrace your opportunities to shine as young leaders. Congratulations.
Thank you, Rekha ma'am, for your inspiring and heartfelt message. Your guidance and unwavering support have been instrumental in shaping the leaders of tomorrow.
Moving on, I am delighted to announce that our head boys and head girls from both curriculums will now take the stage to share their thoughts and aspirations with us all.
Unity is strength. When there's teamwork and collaboration, wonderful things can be achieved. Good morning, respected teachers, parents, and my dear friends. Today, we are here because we have chosen hope over fear, unity of purpose over conflict. We have come so far. We have seen so much, but there's still so much more to do. So today, let us ask ourselves, what do we want? It's our moment, our time to put our council members back to work and open doors of opportunities for our friends to grow and work together. Our minds are no less inventive. Our education system is one of the best in Singapore. Our capacity remains undiminished, as we must know what we can achieve together with bright minds. As I proudly take the position of being the head girl of the primary section of CBSE, I'm also proud of my fellow student council members as we join hands and bring synergies for the development of our students, both academically and in the co-curricular activities we plan. May God bless us and help us in the good times to come. So CBSE, are you ready to make a difference? Thank you.
Thank you, Arna. Now, I call upon our head boy from CBSE, Ram Toshniwal, on the stage.
Good morning to one and all, parents, teachers, and my fellow students. I am Ram Toshniwal from Class 5D, and it is an honor to be standing on this stage and speaking to all of you on this podium. Firstly, I would like to thank everyone who supported me on this journey of becoming a head boy. And with this badge comes great responsibility. So I shall ensure that I will make our school proud, be it in academics or sports, But to do this, I will need help from all our student council members. I would also like to thank GIIS for making it an amazing journey from me to being a head boy and first grade. GIIS is like my second home to me. We would also like to thank the teachers for organizing a splendid event. It was truly amazing. Can we please have a round of applause for the teachers? Now, to end this speech, I would like to quote something. Leadership is about making an impact on others and making sure that impact lasts in your absence. Thank you, everyone. And this quote is by Shirley Sandberg.
Now, I call upon our head girl from PYP, Eka Shukla, on the stage.
Dear teachers, parents, and friends, first let me thank all of you for voting for me and electing me as your head girl. Teachers, thank you all for this great opportunity. As Spider-Man says, as Spider-Man's uncle, Uncle Ben, says, with great power comes great responsibilities. And I, as your head girl, fully understand my responsibilities. During my campaign, I promised all of you that I would be a head girl who would be EKA, engaging, kind, attentive. And I promised to act on it. So if you guys have any ideas or issues, please come to me and I promise that I will work hard and help with it. But most importantly, I want to be a head girl who will be your friend, not just your head girl, but still your head girl. So thank you all once again for your support.
Thank you, Eka. Now, I call upon our head boy from PYP, Ian Chris Fernandez, on the stage.
Dear principal, teachers, and fellow students, it is an honor to be standing here in your midst as I accept the mantle of head boy for PYP. I am filled with humility to be given this responsibility of representing my schoolmates. It is with joy and eagerness that I bow down to your confidence in me. I would like to thank each and every one of you from the bottom of my heart. I am indeed motivated to repay the faith and trust you have in me. I started in GIIS as a three-year-old in nursery. Every year since then has been an enriching experience. There have been so many friends I have made along the way. All the teachers and staff have played an important role in molding me. Our leaders, vice principals, and principals have always encouraged and inspired me. My parents, grandparents, uncles, aunts, cousins, and last but not the least, my little sister Haley have been a great source of love and support in my life. Without all of you, I would not be who I am today, and I thank each and every one of you again for playing an important part in making me the person I am. Peter Parker, or Spider-Man as we fondly know him, was told by Uncle Ben, with great power comes great responsibility. I hence vow to accept my role with great responsibility. I vow to be the shoulder that my schoolmates can lean on. I promise to represent the thoughts and actions of each and every one of us. I will work diligently with our student council members and staff towards initiatives that will help all of us. Most importantly, I am keen to ensure that the mental well-being of all of us is at the core of whatever we do. As I take my first few steps in this leadership journey, I request your patience, guidance, and help towards our partnership. I am confident that as proud students and teachers, we will make our school even prouder as we progress through the next year. And just like Spider-Man, you can consider me as your friendly neighborhood, with you all the time and all the way. Thank you.
Thank you, Ian. Let's give a huge round of applause to our head boys and head girls from CBSE and PYP for their thoughtful speeches.
As we draw near to the end of this remarkable investiture ceremony, it's now my privilege to invite Miss Ambika to propose a vote of thanks.
A very warm and heartfelt welcome to each one of you. We've heard gratitude messages from the young leaders, and now it's my turn. I know it's been quite a long duration today for you. However, gratitude is the foundation of any leadership journey. So hence, allow me, it's my absolute pleasure to stand before you here today as we gather to acknowledge, celebrate, and begin the leadership journey of the newly elected Student Council body of primary segment at GIIS. First and foremost, allow me to express my deepest gratitude to our esteemed guest of honor. Due to some other commitments, he had to leave early. Mr. Atham Ramsundar Singh, whose presence has elevated this event to new heights. Let me also thank Ms. Manju for introducing us to him. That was the best thing that happened today. To all the parents who have taken time off from their busy schedules to be here with us today, I extend my sincere appreciation. I can see many of you with your office bags, laptop bags, and I know your time is precious. This may have caused some inconvenience to your work, but however, I am sure your time was well spent, and you will go back home with pride. Thank you for this enthusiasm and for being our pillars of strength. A heartfelt thank you. Thank you. A heartfelt thank you is due to our team of teachers, beloved teachers who have tirelessly worked behind the scenes to ensure the smooth conduct of this event. I cannot name them because there are so many hands that have worked together for this event today. We have had election commissioners to ensure the election was fair and square, our IT experts, the teacher mentors who have trained the MCs of today, our AV team, and many more hands who have joined in small and big ways. And that's our pride. Your dedication and commitment to our growth and development go beyond the classroom, and we are truly blessed to have such incredible mentors to our students. With a dedicated team with us, myself and Ms. Manju and Ms. Rekha ma'am could just sit back with ease. During the process of selection of the council members, I must tell you our experiences also. We have had some very, very good moments during the interviews. We've heard them, some of them saying, my mom is the role model, my dad is the role model. I remember one child saying, my mom is the spine of my family, so she is my role model. And those are moments that they will take back with them. Some of them saying, I've seen my father conduct Zoom meetings and handling many people at a time. So he is my role model. So I must say, along with us is huge responsibility. They observe us, they look upon us, and that's the responsibility that we have as young adults. This realization carries with us a huge responsibility and commitment as adults. To the newly elected council members here, young leaders, congratulations on this well-deserved achievement. You have excellent. You have demonstrated exceptional qualities of leadership, and we are confident that you will carry out your responsibilities with utmost dedication and passion. Remember, your journey has just begun. Lead with compassion, inspire others, and always remember the power of unity and teamwork. Finally, to all the fellow students who are there at the audience, I encourage you to be inspired and never fear to fail, as our GOH has mentioned. Whether it's participating in extracurricular activities, contributing to community service, or just simply lending a helping hand, seize every moment with enthusiasm and commitment. Once again, heartfelt gratitude to our distinguished guest of honor, supportive parents, teachers, and all my dear students. Have a good day.
Thank you, Ambika ma'am, for proposing the vote of thanks. Your words have summarized the event beautifully, and we appreciate your efforts in acknowledging the contributions of everyone involved in making this event a success.